welcome into another episode of Southern Section this week. I'm Claudette Montana.
And I'm Jonathan Camus. We're here at El Segundo High School, where the Eagles are heading to their first CIF championship volleyball game since 2015. Hey, we even caught up with twins.
We did. We talked to a bunch of their players, which was really exciting. You also caught up with their head coach, and we're going to start with that interview right now. Here is Coach's Corner.
This is Coach's Corner, and I'm here with head coach Luke D'Olivo. And Luke, this has been an awesome turnaround for you guys. You guys are 22-3. You're in the CIF championship game for the first time since 2015, where you were a freshman and you guys won the championship. You'll be facing St. Margaret's this Saturday at Cerritos College. How stoked are you guys right now?
Oh, man, it's been so exciting. These guys have been in the gym all year, putting in the work, and we're glad it's just finally paying off.
So if you could put a stamp on this program, what kind of team are you guys? Are you more defensive minded? Do you guys just like to get after it? Are you grit and grind type? What are you guys?
I would say that we're definitely grit and grind. We got a lot of guys that when we play off script, no one can kind of stop us. That's where we kind of, our bread and butter is. When chaos is happening, that's where we thrive.
And one of your dudes is Nolan Kelly, and he won the league MVP this season. What has he meant to the program?
I mean, he's been such an honor to have. 4-year varsity starter, such a great kid, comes from a great family, going to Princeton next season to play volleyball, and it's been such an honor to have him as a player and a leader. 19
wins in a row. Do you guys have this feeling like you're unbeatable in a way, right? Like everything is rolling. Is everyone healthy?
Yeah, we're feeling good. We're just trying to take it one game at a time, not look too far ahead in the future. And now that we're kind of at this final game, just make all the preparations we need and make sure everyone stays healthy, ice baths, all that.
And you're only at 22 years old. You've got to be one of the youngest coaches in all of the CIF-Southern section. Do you ever have coaches come up to you pregame and be like, hey, man, where's the head coach?
All the time, 90% of the time, yeah. It's hard kind of blending in with these guys, and I've played with a lot of their brothers, and then coaching them, they've known me as sort of this older figure that they've known in their life for a while, but it's good to have this sort of tight-knit relationship with these guys, so it's been good.
For you guys to come out on top on Saturday, what's some kind of key components that you're really looking out for? Like, we have to do this.
Minimize our mistakes, In volleyball, it's super easy to get kind of carried away. So if we make our serves, we play good defense, and we don't make silly errors, then we'll be good.
You guys won the league championship in 2018. So what's kind of led to this resurgence of El Segundo volleyball?
I think just kind of the younger guys coming in. We had a lot of younger guys who have a lot of club experience. So them coming in with sort of these veteran seniors kind of mixed together has been kind of our success story.
You told me a little bit off camera about something fun that you guys like to do for the younger guys. It's called the Wrecking Crew. What's that all about?
So for the younger guys that are newer to varsity, we give them hard hats. We call them the Wrecking Crew, and they're kind of in charge of everything that goes around in the gym. So if a poster falls off, they got to hang it up. If the basketball nets are down, they got to put them up. If the bleachers are out, they got to put them back away. So it's kind of a fun thing for the new guys to get integrated with the team.
Earning your stripes, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks to head coach. That's been Coach's Corner.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
Hey, and enough with all the swearing.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
All right, we are here at El Segundo High School, and joining me is junior Giorgio Biondo. We're going to do some rapid fire questions. You ready?
Ready.
What is your shoe size?
11 and a half.
What is your favorite off-court activity?
Playing video games for sure.
Which video game's your favorite?
Ooh, I'm hooked on FIFA right now, but I was really into Street Fighter a while back.
Okay. I know you're a soccer fan. Who's your favorite professional athlete?
Probably Lionel Messi, for sure.
And why do you like watching soccer?
It's a really fun and engaging sport. It's like a bunch of moving parts in the field at all times. Also, scoring goals feels amazing.
What's your favorite thing about living in California?
Ooh, lots of really good food places around here.
What's your favorite?
Yikes. There's too many. In general, I'm going to say pizza, but a specific place, Fuco de Peppo is pretty good. Italian food.
What's your favorite music genre?
Hip-hop.
Favorite artist?
Tough questions. Baby Keem. That's more rap, though.
What's your worst habit?
Ooh, I oversleep a lot.
What time do you normally get up in the morning?
For school, I have to get up at... I set my alarm for 6:30 so I can roll out of bed at 7.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Marriage counselor.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why?
My parents split up when I was younger, and I just figured if they talked about it more, maybe not.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. What is your favorite shoe? Sneaker, or what are we liking? You got the Air Force Ones right now.
I'm wearing the busted Air Forces right now. I'm a pretty loyal Converse fan, though. I like to wear my Converse high tops a lot, but didn't go with the outfit today.
What is your favorite high school memory so far?
Homecoming when I was a sophomore was amazing. So that's probably my favorite memory right now.
What's your favorite app on your cell phone?
I'm going to go with Netflix.
Favorite show?
I'm really getting into Supernatural. They put all the seasons on Netflix, and I've been trying to binge through that.
Name something that you can't live without.
Wi-Fi. I'm on my phone all the time.
That's actually a really good practical answer. Nobody said that. Okay, last question for you. What's your favorite part about being a part of this team?
We're really close. Just this morning, we had a team breakfast together. It's a good bonding experience for everyone, and I feel like everyone gets along and helps each other out.
What about your head coach?
Luke's awesome. He's great with strategy, helps us be better, really focuses on what we need to improve on to keep going on with our season. And he's reliable. If you have questions, you can text him and he'll answer. Everyone has his personal phone number, and he answers all the time.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right. This is Ask the Expert, and I'm being joined by Tariq Fatal of the LA Daily News and Southern California News Group. How you doing, Tariq?
I'm doing well, Jonathan. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, my guy. All right, let's talk Division I quarterfinals in CIF playoff baseball. Number 1 seed overall, Notre Dame. They are traveling to Corona in the quarterfinals, and boy, oh boy, do we have a great pitching matchup for this one.
Listen, Notre Dame has been this team for the Daily News. We've had them number 1 in the preseason. They've been number 1 all year long. And then they've been number 1 in the state for like a month, 6 weeks. They literally have been the team to beat. They beat them. They won the Mission League with a week left to go. They won the Boris Classic. Everything you need to see out of a top-notch team, Notre Dame has done it. They got the talent and guys like Dean West and Madanoko at first base. And they have 4 Division I pitchers. That's the matchup to look for tomorrow, or excuse me, when they play Corona, because it's Justin Lee going to UCLA and Ethan Schiefelbein. I want to make sure I get that name right. 2 UCLA-bound pitchers going at it. And in baseball, Jonathan, man, it just takes one guy to have a great day from the bump, and the other team's day is the season is over. So really, really fun to see what turns out in these baseball playoffs.
Going to be an awesome game. I know Corona is going to be lit for that one. All right, let's talk about another team, Sierra Canyon, 18-10. They will be traveling to J. Sarah, 22-9. And crazy thing about the Lions, they've already won 2 playoff games this week. They had one rescheduled because of the rain. But if anyone can do it, it's J. Sarah. They have that big-time pitching depth. But here comes Sierra Canyon, Tariq.
J. Sarah is this team that no matter what is in front of them, they always end up in the CIF semifinals, the finals. I think they're the
doesn't matter what the record is. You're right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They sharpen their tools and they play their best ball in the postseason. I believe they are the defending Division I champions. Yeah. So here comes Sierra Canyon, who's had this really tumultuous season. Why? It's their first year in the Mission League and they finished 4th. But see, it just goes to show you competing all year long prepares you for the playoffs. And that's what Sierra Canyon does. Their coach is longtime city section legend Tom Musborn. He coached like Mike Moustakis and guys like that at Chatsworth High, won all kinds of championships at Dodger Stadium. So these tough games, not something that's rare to him. He's used to these games. He'll have his team ready.
I think it's going to be an awesome atmosphere in San Juan Capistrano. Okay, let's move on to Division 2. Let's talk a little bit about Crespi. They're 18-7. They will play Santiago at 17-12. Crespi's been doing real well recently, Tark. They've only given up 2 runs and 2 playoff wins. And Santiago, some may say, hey, they just got an upset over Mater Dei 6-5. So that might be a team with some momentum.
No question. I think that's like the best kind of apex of 2 teams. One team that's been dominating and another team that believes they can beat anybody, right? And they're just going to meet each other. Crespi's got Isaiah Magdaleno. He's going to Hawaii. He was the defending Mission League Pitcher of the Year last year, and really, really talented. They got a center fielder and Ethan Kadama going to Cal. So Crespi's really talented, and I will say hasn't quite been challenged yet. Kind of like what you're saying. They beat Grace Brother in their first round 9-0, and then I think beat Simi Valley 6-2, I think was the score. So I expect them to be challenged for the first time in the postseason when they play Santiago.
Okay, and we will also talk about GAR. They're 23-6-1. They will play Calabasas at 21-9. GAR's been on a real nice roll. They took down Fullerton in the last round. Fullerton went to the CIF championship game last year. They also beat Newport Harbor in the first round, and Newport won CIF too. GAR is no joke.
Well, I think, we kind of said it before the show, and I've heard other people say it. GAR might be the team to beat in Division 2. They're on this trajectory. Like, man, who's going to beat that team? Calabasas, on the other side, I think is surprising people. They were down early in the first round to Norco, came back and won it, and then went on the road and beat Vista Murrieta pretty handily. It's like, wait a minute, maybe Calabasas is for real. So they get this game at home. They got a UCLA commit in Phoenix Call and a pitcher named Jordan Kingston. Calabasas is very capable. I expect that to be a great game.
And before we leave you guys, Tarek, some CIF championship volleyball this Saturday at Cerritos College. And hey, Hart is in there, and they haven't been there in a while, right, Tarek?
That's right. Actually, I might be their first ever CIF appearance. If not, they haven't won their own league in 30 years, and they did that this year. So now that they're in the finals, there's kind of this feel-good story, man. Maybe they're the team of destiny or something. So Hart's going to take on El Dorado in the Division 4 championship. Hey, maybe they can lift and hoist a trophy for the first time in program history.
It's going to be an awesome weekend for CIF championship sports. You got lacrosse, you got boys volleyball, baseball playoffs, softball playoffs. It's going to be awesome. And I know, Tarek, you're going to be all over it, my guy.
I'll do everything I can. I'm actually going to be at Cal State Northridge covering city section boys volleyball championship while keeping an eye up at Moore Park High School track and field championships on Saturday. So it's that time of the year. There's only about 3 weeks left in the prep season. You know how it goes, but it's like getting a sip of water out of a fire hydrant. That's the best way I can describe it.
I actually say that every day. Yeah, thank you, Tarek. Make sure to check out all the SoCal News Group properties to read and listen to him because my guy is everywhere. Thanks, Tarek.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I am joined by the Pilkvis twins here at El Segundo High School. Not Picklevis, that's what I said initially. These guys are incredible athletes, only sophomores, and you guys play volleyball, of course, but you also play a couple other sports as well. 5-sport athlete, 4-sport athlete, am I right? Other way around. 5-sport athlete, 4-sport athlete. Yes. Tell the people just about that and what else you play besides volleyball.
I play water polo. I took a break from lacrosse this year because I just wanted to focus on the volleyball team this year because we had a chance of winning CIF and making a long run, which we have this year. And then also participate in the surf team. And, yeah.
Is there one that's your favorite?
Definitely volleyball.
Volleyball, all right. What about you?
So I did lacrosse, volleyball, surf team as a 0 period, and then I did, what was the other one? Water polo? Did I say water polo? Water polo is that one, yeah.
All right, well, obviously you guys have had success this volleyball season. What do you think's allowed you to be so successful?
I'd like to give a big shout out to Connor, our libero, 2-time MVP, or 2-time defensive player of the year. And then Nolan Kelly with the great sets out there.
There you go. Okay, what about you?
Definitely just Nolan Kelly, like the quarterback of our team. He's really just great. It's great to have him on the team.
A Princeton man in the making as well. We're going to talk to him in just a minute. But, we want to really give the people a better look inside about your guys' lives. I know that you have jobs outside of being students, which is very impressive. Tell us about that.
I work part-time for my dad. He's an electrician, and I usually work for him mostly in the summer times whether it's like demolition stuff or transporting, moving stuff, lights, and sometimes like putting in outlets and like easy stuff, but it's work.
Do you enjoy it?
I love it. Both of our parents are contractors, so it gives us the inside view, which is pretty fun at most times. Sometimes it's hard work, but I think it teaches a good lesson about the hard work that it takes to pass in life.
You guys told me too that you enjoy restoring cars. Tell me about that.
Right now we got about 7 cars. I drive a 1966 Myers-Manx dune buggy. That's my most daily. And then we recently got a few months ago a 66 Suburban from the Forestry Division. And then
how did you guys even learn how to restore cars? I mean, you're only 16 years old. Like, how did you even begin to learn how to do this?
It was basically just our dad taught us a lot. It was a lot of YouTube videos too. We do, like, I spend a lot of time with my grandpa too, that he knows a lot, and we just have my dad has a friend that's a mechanic, and sometimes we pop in there, spend a few hours on the weekends with him too. Learns a lot of stuff. It's fun.
Okay, I got to ask you guys some twin questions as well. I'm curious, like, can you read each other's minds? I know that you're 30 seconds older. Yeah. Okay, I got that right. Yeah, what's the deal here? Like, what's it like being a twin?
It's just, there's just always someone breathing down your back. What it feels like, if parents weren't enough, there's always just one more person lurking. But it's always fun to have someone be there with you, and always a competition too.
What's your favorite thing to do together?
Ooh, road trips are always fun. Always having that buddy there. We take a lot of ski trips too. That's a big thing almost every weekend. So we're always driving, which is a great person to have there.
All right, part-time skiers, part-time car repairmen. Gosh, these guys do it all. Anything else you want the people to know about you?
I don't know. I think
fun fact.
Oh,
besides the fact that you have spectacular hair.
Oh, thank you. That's. Yeah,
you too.
Yeah, he chopped it all off. Fun fact. Ooh, that's tough. I feel like you kind of covered them all.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
I jump higher than him.
Okay, wait, no.
And we're ending it on that note before we get a little heated exchange here. That'll do it, everybody. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
All right, joining me now is our student athlete of the week, Nolan Kelly. And this is a special interview for me as well because I actually know his family, played volleyball with his sister back when I was in high school. But let's talk about you, not talk about me. You guys are playing in the finals this weekend. What do you think you guys need to do to get a win?
Yeah, I'm really excited to get out there. I think we have everything we need to do to win. So if we really don't give away the game, we limit our mistakes, we do what we need to do, I like our chances. We've got all the talent in the world.
And speaking of talent, you've been on this team for 4 seasons now. You're a senior, headed to Princeton next season. What have you learned from just your time here?
Gosh, it's been a great ride. I was lucky enough as a freshman to be on varsity and be able to play with my brother before we got cut short of COVID. So, all the playing with the older guys taught me a lot, got me ready to eventually be the old guy on the team and help the younger guys. So it's been a great 4 years.
Speaking of your brother, I know that you come from a volleyball family. All of your siblings played in college, right? Yes. How has that just helped guide you and influence you in your journey?
Yeah, no, it's been a great help, giving me a pretty clear path on how to get there because that was my goal. Both my brothers did similar paths to get to good D1 volleyball programs and schools, and that's what I really wanted. So it was a pretty easy path to follow them. So I'm very, very grateful for them and showing me how to do it.
Okay, one brother went to Princeton, guys. Another brother went to Stanford. You had 2 offers, or you had offers from Princeton and from Stanford. You're going to Princeton. What went into making that decision?
Yeah, so I obviously, had to deal with both the brothers, hear both their sides, a bit of a bidding war between both of them, telling me their school's better. I obviously visited both schools, and I took a long time really considering the options, but I just felt more of a bond to the Princeton team, and I thought I would enjoy my time there more. So the volleyball is great at both schools, obviously, and they're both great schools, but I felt more closely attracted to the guys at Princeton.
Okay. And from an academic standpoint, how do you feel like El Segundo High School has prepared you for that next level?
You know, I think it's hard to prepare for that level, no matter what. So, you know, both my brothers told me first semester is a bit of a scare. You know, you're gonna have some late nights, some all nighters. But you know, I think taking hard classes, and I've had some difficult teachers at El Segundo that, you know, I hated in the moment, but I'll probably be grateful for next year.
Okay. Tell me what has been your favorite part about being part of this team?
Favorite part about being part of the team, probably the team camaraderie and the way we've come together this season. You know, we had a fair amount of new pieces coming this year. You know, we have some JV call-ups that we've brought up for CIF, and I think especially during the CIF run, we've come together really well. Everyone top to bottom doing their part and making it really enjoyable.
You seem like you have a great relationship with the guys over here. The twins that I interviewed earlier, they want to know who's their favorite. I'm not going to ask you that question, even though they did ask me to ask that. But I want to know, being a senior on this team, how do you feel like you've stepped into that leadership role?
Yeah, you know, I think it, you know, as I said, I being the youngest guy on the team at one point 4 years ago, I was able to see what a good leader and what a good senior on the team looks like. And, you know, as a setter, I feel like that's kind of the natural role on the court. So it came pretty easily. And I think all the guys have done a great job helping me get there. You know, Coach Luke has, you know, he's the ultimate leader of the team, so he does a great job starting it off, setting the standard. And all the guys make it pretty easy.
Okay, you are a student athlete of the week, so I do have to ask you some questions. What's your favorite subject in school?
I would have to say math. I've always been a math brain guy.
Okay, you know what? Most people say math that are athletes. Why is that for you?
I just like the problem solving. You know, I kind of like the challenges they give, especially, you know, hard math class this year. I just took an AP test. It wasn't easy. Didn't enjoy that so much, but I enjoy kind of the problem solving.
Well, I know you're a busy guy. You play beach volleyball, you play club, obviously you play here. How do you balance volleyball and school?
You know, I think it really comes down to staying on top of everything, being organized. You know, I've always been pretty good at getting my schoolwork done, you know, on time and being on top of it so I can focus on volleyball. So it's never really been too big of an issue in terms of balancing and getting things done. So I think that's been really good for next year, getting ready for that.
All right. Well, best of luck this weekend. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
That'll do it for CIF Southern section this week. We appreciate El Segundo for hosting us today, and all the best to all the teams that will be playing this weekend for the lacrosse championships, for volleyball championships. Go give them your best, guys.
Can't wait to see what happens, and we will see you all next week. Thanks for watching.